Guys, I want to talk to you about my new channel, the new game I play every single day, and then also a huge account takeover giveaway. I'm giving away 3 account takeovers to 3 lucky winners. Details on that later in the video. How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious, and as I would assume everybody watching this video on this channel right now knows, I play Watcher of Realms every day, and I post at least one video on that game every day on this channel right here. However, maybe you don't know, just over 2 months ago, I started a new channel. You can see it right above me, Fastidious Gaming. And this is another channel covering a game I play every single day where I post at least one video a day as well. That game is Raid Shadow Legends. So if you guys don't know, the first game that ever really got me into these kind of games, these mobile PC cross-platform gacha games, RPG, grindy hero collector, do the dungeons, get the gear, all that fun stuff, it all started for me with Raid. I started playing Raid back in the end of 2019, and I played all the way till the beginning of 2023. I know a lot of you probably have at least heard of the game and maybe played it as well. Some of you may have loved it. Some of you may still play it. Some of you may have come over to the game when I originally started playing again 2 months ago. And some of you may have left and now have like a bad connotation with the game. Personally, I never had that experience. I just played the game for over 3 years. And at some point, I just realized I'd stopped playing and moved on to other games. However, at the beginning of this year, 2025, Plarium reached back out and they said, hey, do you want us to sponsor another channel and you can come back to Raid? And frankly, this was something I'd been thinking about since maybe half a year into my new content creator journey when it became my full-time job and I started playing and covering Watcher every day. In case you didn't know, my initial foray into content creation itself was back in 2021 and it started with Raid. If you don't believe me, go to the channel you are on right now, sort videos by oldest, and you'll see the first 200 videos I ever made were covering Raid. However, I was never that successful with it. And like I said, after 3 years, I ended up moving on to other games. So it never really took off. But when Plarium reached back out at the start of 2025, I had a great opportunity. And here we are. I am now just over 2 months into my account. I've posted 88 frickin' videos on this new channel, which by the way, guys, thank you so much for your support. We're already over 12,000 subscribers. And it's just been so much fun to be back. You know, it's not to say I love Watcher Realms any less, but having 2 things to do is just great. And I thank Plarium, Moonton, and all you guys for the privilege. So in this video, I just want to talk about the game for a bit. And if you think the game is like super pay to win and you're going to have to come here and spend a bunch of money, I promise you that will not be the case. I have the best starter download link in all of Raid Shadow Legends. You get 4 incredibly good champions for completely free, plus a lot of other freebies. They've also just changed a lot of stuff with the new player experience at the beginning. Obviously, it's still a little brutal, but they just gift you a ton of silver, a lot of resources. There's an apprentice pass. It's really good stuff. So whether you're free to play or a spender right from the get, you're gonna have a really new experience, the 2025 Raid Shadow Legends experience. And guys, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the little teaser about the big account takeover giveaways, I'm gonna have information on that in just a couple minutes, but essentially use my link, download Raid, post a screenshot of Elenaril, the free legendary you get with my link in my Discord, the Fast and Fastidious, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win a big takeover in Watcher of Realms. So let's get into it. So let's talk about my download link, then we'll talk about the account takeover giveaways, then I'll just take you through the game really fast and just highlight not ways that it's better than Watcher of Realms, but certainly ways it's different and some things that I just think make for a better experience. You know, it's a very similar game. They're both hero collectors. They're both RPGs. They both have very advanced gearing systems. They require to use your brain. Watcher of Realms is tower defense. Raid is turn-based. Those are different things, and personally for me, they're pairing together really nicely, keeping both games a lot fresher. However, my download link is nutty, so I'd be remiss not to tell you about it real quick. So it is hard to get good champions in Raid. The hero pool is enormous, and we do not get to summon in this game as much as we summon in Watcher of Realms. I'm going to make your life a lot easier by giving you the best start possible. You get a free legendary hero who is just tremendous for progression right from the get, and that is the legendary high elf magic affinity Elenaril. She's kind of got a lot of special stuff. She places an HP burn. This is a damage over time effect scaling off of enemy max HP, so it's really strong. This thing is irresistible. There's a whole mechanism in Raid with accuracy and resistance and being able to land your debuffs. It makes for more complicated, but in some ways more interesting gearing, but you don't have to worry about it here. As long as you get a good hit, you will land the debuff. Then she's got this AoE with a lot of poison. Poison in Raid is just like Neurotoxin in Watcher of Realms. It's really good. Build her as a DPS, get some crit. You can place 2 poisons on everyone. And then finally, she can explode all those poisons. So she activates all of them instantly. This is just really, really powerful. You're getting her within 4 minutes of playing the game. That is how long the first little part of the tutorial takes, and she will just show up in your mailbox for free. There's nothing else to it. You click my link, you download the game, you do like the very beginning tutorial, you pick Kale or Elaine, that's the starter rare, you have to pick one of those 2, and then you'll open your mailbox after doing the first 2 stages of campaign. It takes no time, and Elenaril will be sitting right there for you. Next up, at level 10, you've got the MVP of my account. He's going to be the Orc, also Magic Affinity, Epic Takeover. This guy is so good. The A1 is kind of fine, double hitter, which helps in certain content. He places increased defense on the ally with the lowest current HP, but the A2 and the A3 are insane, and getting him from the start, he will hard carry you through everything. My account's pretty good now, especially for a 2-month-old account, and I use Takeover in nearly every single piece of content. Speed is king in a turn-based game, and Raid is no different. He puts big version increased speed 30% on all allies, and then a big heal based off of his own HP. That's on a 3-turn cooldown. 3-turn cooldowns for anything in Raid are awesome, because usually debuffs last 2 turns and buffs last 2 turns as well. So buff's good for you, debuff's bad for them. And then here, 5-turn cooldown once you skill it out, shields, big shields based off of his HP, and a full AoE revive. Getting an AoE revive with shields literally 10 minutes into the game, because you get him when you reach account level 10, is just stupid good. This passive allows your allies to get 10% less damage. They take 10% less damage if their health is 50% or less, and then he has an HP aura. So if you run him as your leader, you're going to get more HP for everyone. At level 20, we get this guy over here, Takeover. In Raid, they actually have characters that scale off of things besides attack. I know we have a couple examples in Watcher Realms, but in Raid, you can build defense-based DPS and HP-based DPS to do crazy things. Takeover can kind of smack, and he has amazing debuffs. Decrease attack on the A1, decrease defense AoE on the A2, and then he's got a turn meter drop, which basically makes it so it will take longer for whatever enemy you hit to get their next turn, and you get a stun, so a full crowd control lockout where their moves do not come off cooldown. That will last for 2 turns. He also has an aura, defense in all battles. That's really good for boss content. Finally, at level 30, this is who, if I could have started with my new link now, I wish I could have just for her. At level 30, you get Fane. By the way, you get Takeover obviously at level 20. That takes about 2 or 3 hours. Fane, you'll get her on day 2 or day 3, depending on how hard you're grinding. She hits really hard, attack-based, kind of crazy looking skinwalker here. They're going for some kind of sexy rat vibe, but who cares because the kit's crazy. She slaps, she can steal a little turn meter, so she goes faster, they go slower, the turns at least. Then this move, 3-turn cooldown, you put out those poisons we talked about earlier, so Elenaril can explode those too, if and when you're running them together. And then the big version, decrease attack. And then on the A3, 2 different ways to essentially make the enemy take more damage, decrease defense and weaken. Both of them are the bigger version, the biggest possible version of those debuffs. This link is so good, I promise you. Maybe I sound like a salesman, but I'm not just doing that. My link is the best in the game. There are so many content creators with this link. This is the link you're going to want to use. So how do you participate in the account takeover giveaways? Remember, I'm giving away 3 takeovers to 3 lucky people. Well, these are the rules. You got to use my link in the description or the top comment, download Raid, and then, like I said, you'll play for about 4 to 5 minutes. I timed it out. And after that moment, you'll be able to click out of the tutorial for a second. You can click on your mailbox, and you'll see in your mailbox, you'll have a hero there, a champion, Elenaril. Take a screenshot of that and paste that in my Discord. So here's my Discord, the Fast and the Fastidious. If you're not yet a member, join. The link is in the description and the top pinned comment. We have the biggest creator community in all of Watcher of Realms, and our raid community is ever growing. There's gonna be a specific channel here saying like Watcher of Realms giveaway, raid takeover, something like that, or Watcher of Realms takeover raid giveaway. That's probably what I'll call it. You'll just have to go there and post the screenshot proving you did it. So you join the Discord and you download the game, you are good to go. And the final thing you need to do to make sure you are participating in the giveaway, you got to be subscribed to this channel. So obviously, be subscribed to the channel you're watching right now, my Fastidious channel, but go over here. The link will be in the description in the top pinned comment. Make sure you are subscribed to Fastidious Gaming. Thank you, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And let's talk about the game real fast. I don't want to take too much more of your time, But essentially, it's a turn-based game. If you've never played one before, kind of like the old Final Fantasies, maybe you played Summoner's War. It's not this kind of live interaction tower defense. You basically go up against a handful of other enemies. So typically you'll have things 4-on-4 in PvP and 5-on-5 in arena. Let me try to find one that I can actually win. We probably have a shot here. And you go in, and the amount of skills and debuffs and buffs in this game are tremendous. So this guy was a fusion, and he's insanely OP. That's something Raid does that is grueling. The fusions are really difficult, but very often, at least 4 or 5 times a year, they'll have a new legendary hero that is like legitimately OP. Like he's being used by the top Krakens in the entire game, and he was free if you grinded out the events, which you'll be able to do, but they're definitely tough. And everyone has their unique abilities, and it makes for a good experience. I'll say the definitive thing, and that's why I'm showing you Arena right now, is Arena and Raid is a whole different thing. You guys know I don't like Arena and Watch of Realms. Arena and Raid is my favorite thing. You actually can outwit the enemies you face, the other players, and I just think it leads to a much nicer experience. We can click it on auto here, and I'm going to focus on Death Knight because this guy's a huge headache, but you can see almost certainly I will win. The other thing I wanted to talk about, you can see right now, I've got my 3 legendaries I love to use, Alice, Sun Wukong. They also have Sun Wukong in this game, and Fabian. But over here we got Ugo, who, by the way, is from my old Link, which you can still use if you want to dig it up. You used to get her for free at level 20. I probably would be using Tayrel if I had him and I had the new Link, so you could definitely just slot him in there. But she's an epic. In this game, you can consistently use epics all the way until the end game. There are many hundreds of epics in this game. In general, in Raid, there are over 900 characters, so it's just a much more diverse pool. So a big problem I have, in Watch of Realms sometimes is you have a character like Elenaril, and there's no epic that can even come close to what she does. In Raid, let's say you have a character like Elenaril that does 7 cool things. There'll be like 4 epic options that do 3 to 5 of those cool things. And certain epics and even a couple rares are stronger than a lot of legendaries, so they'll get a lot of use deep into the game. That's something I sincerely enjoy. The final thing I want to talk about, and this is not a shot at Watch of Realms at all. I actually think Watch of Realms is doing a great job lately, but Watch of Realms is a 1.5 years old. Raid is over 6 years old. They just had their 6-year anniversary. Actually, from beta, the game is nearly 7 years old at this point, and it is just, there's so much content. So at the beginning, you might be overwhelmed, but eventually, you'll never run out of things to do. I mean, there's so many different unique dungeons. There's monthly content here that is constant. There's monthly content here that is constant. You have their version of Clan Wars. For us, it would be Guild Wars, right? They've got multiple kinds of arena. There's tag team where you have 3 teams. There's classic, which I just showed you with 1 team. Live arena is literally live. You're playing them in real time, so it's a real-time arena. Some people don't love it. I actually do like it, even though my account is a little too young for it. You have faction wars here. You can just kind of get a sense. It will probably overwhelm you a bit at the beginning, but that's what my other channel is for. So absolutely make sure you're subscribed, especially if you want to be a part of the giveaway, and I'll guide you through it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you, Plarium, for obviously sponsoring this video and sponsoring my entire other channel. Don't worry, guys. I'm not pretending it's not sponsored. I'm very sponsored, but I'm also very happy to be doing it. As you can see, I've posted 88 videos in 65 days. And they only require 1 a day. So it's something I sincerely enjoy, and I'm really getting a kick out of. And it's really cool to come back to this game as a more seasoned creator and have success. It took me 11 months to get 1,000 subscribers the first time around on the channel you're watching right now, covering Raid. This time, I built something new. You guys supported me. We have over 12,000 subscribers in just over 2 months. Thank you so much. Consider it. If you want to participate in the giveaway, remember, download the link, take the screenshot of Elenaril. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel, so not just the one you're watching, but also the Fastidious Gaming channel, and then we'll see if you win. All right, guys, appreciate it. See you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.